Comrades, welcome back. I salute you. Let's start off this episode by just having a very quick look here. This is just Wikipedia, but I want to know what I'm buying. We are busy vying for the Lagrangian points, and if we just have a look here, there are 5 of them. The one is on the opposite side of where the Earth is towards the Sun. So right now we are vying for Lagrangian point 1 and the other countries for 2 and 3. I certainly don't want number 3. You can see it's a long way away from the Earth. 4 and 5 I think are the most stable ones, but even so, L1 is the one that we want. Or L2, I'll still be happy with that, but L1 is really the prize. So let's get into the game and see if we can actually succeed with that. And here we are, back home in South Africa, and let's just run the clock immediately. We just want to see what's happening because I have to keep an eye on these investment timers here. That is very important for us. So other than that, the economy is still in a really terrible state. But that is a global problem, I believe. Oh yes, and it's dropping even further. So this is an issue we're going to have to look at because I don't want this high unemployment again. Look how quickly it's gone up. It's over 12%. It's flown up with 2% in a very, very short time. Okay, it's almost time. Invest, show the world how benevolent we are, and then get our hands on Lagrangian point 1. Serbia has left Russia, now leaving it completely isolated in the world. Interesting, even Belarus has distanced itself from Russia. Let's see, politically, can we see? Yes, there's no blocks here. Palestine has declared bankruptcy. Not surprised there. Is there any way that we can help them? I mean, I would assume they'd get something from this Third World Fund. But this is obviously a consequence of that war. Help country. Can we help them? It will cost us a little, but this I don't like. I don't know why it should cost us our Human Development Index. Resources, we don't have that right now. No. Okay, let's keep this in mind, but I will first focus on these goals that we have. I don't want to lose HDI. That just doesn't make sense that the whole economy should go backwards. We're not going to be helping them that much. So yes, the economy is in a really, really bad state. It's even shrinking now. Global recessions and all of that. Somebody messed up on Wall Street again. India's status has degraded in the stock exchange, but I have to keep an eye on this thing here. So yes, I hope that Palestine will get something from this fund. But we don't know. Hey, we have the biggest stock exchange in the world. How is that for climbing the ladder? I know it's not 70% of the total or something like that, but at least it's bigger than the US and Japan almost combined. Not quite, but that shows you we have come a long way. Panama has joined Mexico. No surprise there, given that they are trying to build a bloc. The stock exchange in Brazil was closed due to a spy, and India, okay, that we've taken care of. So they were part of our stock exchange originally, but then they left to create their own. Now someone has sabotaged that, but definitely it was not us. So I guess it serves them right for leaving us. We are just pumping billions into this fund going on. We're almost done with the service economy. I hope this will give us more growth. It's done. Oh, what's happening? It dropped. It even went backwards. Stock exchange in Russia. Now that doesn't affect us, I think. No, we have nothing to do with Russia. Success with the service economy, and then of course we dropped in growth even more. So economically we have an issue. Let's see. The Great Offensive, super parents Grand lottery. What's that? Special lottery to those with progeny. No, I don't want more population growth. We have the Spanish coming in anyway. Fight unemployment. This could help us. Additional spontaneous financing for companies to increase their numbers of employees. So this will not cost us a lot, but okay, no, it will actually. 51 maintenance per month, so our income will drop by a third. No, that can't happen now. I'm sorry, we are really pressed for money globally. Worldwide Super Academy? No, forget about that. Economy. We really should focus more on this. So, what can help our growth? You see, the service economy. Oh, I see. Wait a minute. The industry had this GDP. What was that? It doesn't want to stay up there. But the growth bonus is now minus 35. Then it was what? Also minus 35? No, minus 25. So it seems like we're taking more of a penalty. Action points bonus is also down. I wonder what's happening there. Might be that because we're now more open to the rest of the world, we're more vulnerable to the fluctuations happening elsewhere. So let's see, infrastructure level 2, but none of this leads to growth. Okay, it sort of does, indirectly. Advanced highways theory. Developed plans for the layout and construction of a highway network. Let's do that. It will give us the score, but it will also mean in the future we can get growth from the highway network. So I'll do that. That just is long-term planning for me. Almost time for the fund again. Good. Can't lose that. United States is at war with Mexico. Hold the phone right there. Trump, you shouldn't be in power anymore. Maybe it's one of his disciples that have now taken power in the US. So how is this going to now turn out? Probably badly for Mexico, but then again we have to remember that Mexico has a large block here in Central America. Let's have a look actually. El Salvador is in their block, Nicaragua and Panama, and is there not another one here? Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, but that's very small countries, so I don't think they will really give a big contribution to this war. But I'm going to be honest and say I'm rooting for Mexico a little bit here, because it clearly said the US declared war on Mexico. Which now still doesn't make sense. I have a problem with this kind of screen here. Because we've seen in the past, I've tried to figure out if this screen can tell us who is the aggressor and who is not the aggressor. Last time when we attacked Namibia, we were on the left. But now that notice said... Did it say that... I've already forgotten if the notice actually said that it was just war between the two, or if the US was the aggressor. I'm gonna have to look back in the recording to see that. But it seems like this is not very informative. Who is the one doing the fighting, and who is the one that's the sort of the innocent party in that? Riots in Pakistan? Might still be those Kashmir uprisings. Alright, financial economics theory has been implemented, so we should have some more prestige, and hopefully this will also lead to more things in the future in terms of our financial sector, but we really need more growth. What will this one take? Yeah, it looks like it's affordable, so let's do this financial capital one. It's going to take a lot of money, so we have to be careful now with those funds that we are trying to support. Improve the significance of the stock exchange in the world market. We get another slot, and I'm just going to do that. There's no question that we're getting a lot of money from that. So this is something we have to protect, and we're still the biggest in the world. In fact, we're bigger than Japan and Germany put together right now. The US is just falling completely out of the picture now with their war. And actually, what's happening? Yes, Mexico is losing very rapidly. Oh well, I don't know the dynamic here. This is now a long time in the future already. Trump should not be involved. But still, who knows? 47, yes, you see the US has a decisive victory, or not a victory per se yet, but a lead in terms of its military force, which is quite obvious. So the Mexicans are trying to capture the supply lines, and the Americans are trying to pursue them and now ambush them. Okay, well, good luck to both of you, I guess. Third World Foundation. What happened? Did I forget this thing now? Oh no. Ah, we got it. Okay. You see, now I got distracted by shiny things and now I've totally forgot about that. Anyway, so we got that one. 14%. The South Koreans were trying, but they were not quite up to the task. And then the rest of them tied on second place. So that's our first great victory in terms of this global ambition. So we are one, we get 20% with the whole world, and our score 200. Fantastic, so we are friends with everyone now. Let's have a look if we can actually see a difference. Look at Southern Africa, they are just in love with us. Of course we still have our haters like everyone. Russia and China are not too happy, but in the Indian and the southeast part of Asia, there's a lot of friends, and of course Indonesia loves us, Australia, New Zealand, the US and North America, the whole, everyone loves us, and Europe. This is just wonderful. Fantastic. So what's happening? I forgot about the space bases, you see. I must stay on top of that because I really want that. I wish I could open this somewhere and leave it open. But anyway. So, don't forget. Pursuit and ambush. Just please don't drop nukes right now. We know the environmental degradation is going to take a longer time to go away. Kazakhstan wants something. Okay, it is paused now. Our oppressors are leading this country to ruin. Please help us in creating our glorious revolution that will bring us freedom. Support rioters, unhappiness will increase, relations will go down, action points, it will cost us again. Should we support them? Should we support the cause of freedom? If that's what this is, I don't know what is our glorious revolution. Whose revolution? Communist, capitalist, free, unfree, I don't know. I assume these people just want to free up the country, so let's support them. Since we have good relations with the world anyway right now, we can afford to do that. Let's just hope if they manage to overthrow the government there. You see, they are yes, this is them. So they are authoritarian. So, okay, fine. Let's overthrow them. Just remember us once you've done that. Space. Come on, global economy. It's just staying under the line now. It's tanking. It just is staying in the negative. We are really struggling here. Bulgaria joined Russia. I'm sorry, Bulgarians, I wouldn't recommend that because they are pretty much gonna lead you to ruin right now. But oh well, it's your choice. So, space. Sri Lanka joined India. So India is massively expanding here in Central Asia and now, of course, Sri Lanka. And I won't be surprised if Sri Lanka joins them like Bangladesh did. And if they're responsible for those protesters in Pakistan, again, I won't be surprised. 2 days, 1 day, go. Well, riot in Kazakhstan. I'm sorry, I didn't have anything to do with that. Nothing I ever heard about. Let's see, can we support them? 200, reinforce them and get score. And it only costs us money, not HDI. Let's do it. My friends, I'm helping you. Even though officially I have no knowledge of whatever is happening in that country. The stock exchange in Saudi Arabia was closed. Sri Lanka, okay, we've seen that. We're still number 1 and we're growing. We're bigger than Japan, Germany and the US put together. Haha. Chile joined Brazil. Argentina won't be happy about that. Stop. Member generates no income. So India is now creating its own stock exchange. That is a pity. I missed that one. Ah, well. And even without them, we are still the biggest in the world. Bigger than Japan and Germany put together. Now, doesn't that tell you something? Okay, get out of here. We'll have to wait almost a year to add another one. But that's fine. We're still number 1. I'm very interested in space right now and in Kazakhstan. I cannot lose this one. But I wonder now, how are we gonna get to space? We don't even have rockets. Our agents, hold on, yes, our agents report that the support rioters operation was a complete success. Kazakhstan has no idea what hit them, so we get some score and the rebels are reinforced. So now what, do I need to do something? Do I do this now? Hold on. Hold on, close, support them. We couldn't form more rebel units. Okay, so I must do this now. Secure the front. Alright, let's do that. We lost. Breakthrough. Okay, hold on, there's too much happening at once. Alright, this whole thing is a bit much, but okay, we haven't changed in terms of our score. Prestige wise, I really have to keep the space in mind. Come on, breakthrough. They're just so bad, they just can't manage anything. Fail. Oh, we won. Okay, well, that's funny. Frontal advance has a high chance, so let's do that. It's funny that I must now run the war in Kazakhstan. Okay, we won that one. Okay, stop. What's the race is on. Funding results. Okay, it's paused. We won that. Fantastic. So we have Lagrangian point 1 right now. So we have more score. We're 8th in the world now. Ha, we're almost there. Action points 3,000 more. Human development is now at the level. So we should get that task victory now, even though this is only temporary. We get the province Lagrangian point 1. Project maintenance is down, so hopefully our money will grow as well. And we have a culture also of Lagrangian point. China has got the second one, and Japan has the third one. So it's almost exclusively East Asian, except for imagine some African country. But of course, to us, this is a great victory. Germany, UK, France, US didn't do too well. Canada, Russia, strangely, traditional space powers or superpowers have completely fallen out of the bus by now. Okay, so Japan has to go far to get to Lagrangian point 3, but that's their problem. We get the best one. And we've smartened up, so let's see, stop there. We still have a war to run, but now what do we get from this? I don't really understand this aspect of the game yet. So is this now going to show somewhere separately, or I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with this. I guess it just counts as another province as part of my country now. We should build tourism infrastructure here. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Of course, I can't afford that now. Alright, that is a great thing. So at least we have a foothold there now. I should develop some long-range rockets, otherwise I don't know, we're going to have to pay the Russians to get us there like the Americans have to right now. But let's fight this war again. So we want the advantage, so if we secure the front, hopefully it will give us a good advantage, but the deadliness is very high if we mess this one up. But okay, let's do that. So both our great international projects have succeeded. I'm so happy about that. And we won. That's so quick though. Very high, so let's get air supremacy. And they're trying to clear the skies. Take their airfields. Russia and the US succumb to international pressure. Russia and the US have decided to withdraw their forces from the Arctic. Both parties agreed that this region should be equally divided between everyone involved. Looks like the conflict has been resolved, at least for now. It's a pity that we can't get a stake in that delicious Arctic pie, but anyway, at least that has been sort of peacefully resolved right now. Can we get their airfields? War between Russia and the Ukraine, there we go again. And we won that one, so we are going to try and capture their roads right now. We won that one. I can support them in 20 days. Capture their key cities. So Kazakhstan is almost done. But now I still don't know who I'm supporting. I hope it's not some ISIS kind of group. That would be a major irony, but anyway, we'll see. Okay, support them. Success, so they get some more help. Oh, we totally overwhelmed them. But you see, we're a global power now, so we should start involving ourselves in the global affairs. Supply lines? Yes, they've completely almost lost. I'm just not used to being on the red side here. I'm used to being on the green side. Russia, what are you doing in Ukraine? Obviously Ukraine is going to be smashed unless they have some kind of alliance, but I can't recall seeing any kind of block formation happening there. Almost. Tajikistan has also joined India. Final offensive is low. That's not good. I'll try it anyway. So you see, India is really moving in Central Asia. They now have 3 of the former Soviet republics in their bloc. So the Russians who want to try and recreate the Soviet Union are going to have a real problem on their hands. Come on, come on. Block of Mexico destroyed. We should have a look at that. Peace between them. And it's over. Okay, hold on. It's paused. Rebels working on our behalf reached a breakthrough victory over their oppressors. We get score and we get militarism, which I want anyway. So what do we get now? Do we get good relationships with Kazakhstan? I would seriously hope so. We don't really. I mean, the government there is now the one that we supported, so this should be 100%. Anyway, it is what it is. At least we get some prestige out of that. So what happened in the US and Mexican war? Obviously, Mexico lost because their bloc was broken up. But what was the cost for them? It was nothing in territory, so I assume it was money or reparations or something. Tasks: increase the level by increasing GDP per capita. So that can also remain because we're still not where I want us to be in terms of our economy. And we still have to get unemployment below 5%. So West Yugoslavia, Croatia, Bosnia and Slovenia. Representatives of Croatia, Slovenia and Bosnia gathered lately to talk about a possible union. The feeling in these nations is that it's way too dangerous to go alone any further, considering the current world situation, especially in terms of Russia. They decided to create the Republic of West Yugoslavia. Isn't that interesting how history is repeating itself? So Serbia and Montenegro and Kosovo and Macedonia are still out of that picture. The very bottom of the sea still hides many surprises. It's time to finally explore it fully. Those who reach it first will claim its treasures for themselves, even though there's a treaty forbidding that. But anyway, let's do it. Just pour money into it. I don't care what it costs. We have advanced highways and we are now 7th in the world in prestige. So after that I wanted to get to the highway network. This will cost us a lot, almost half of our savings. Maintenance 10, I'm gonna do it. The GDP growth is not that much, but it helps. Every bit helps. We're not doing too well on that front. Unused stock slot. Oh yes, let's add somebody else now. Angola is always an option, but I'm just thinking we need to think a bit bigger. Saudi Arabia had their own. What about Brazil? Okay, they still don't have a new one, so I will allow them to rejoin us. I will forgive them for the past transgressions of leaving us. Hopefully they don't leave again, but for now, at least, they are back. So we're now 2nd in the world. That's a pity. Let's see, can I improve my relations with them? Nigeria has degraded. Let's just do all of that at once. And we're back number 1. Japan, sorry for you, but it's our spot. All the ones who left Mexico, Tajikistan, Russia, etc., etc. A lot of messages there. So, what else is happening here now? Ukraine is definitely on the losing side so far, and Brazil now likes us more. It's still a bit undecided, but I think it's going to go the same way as before. So, yes, let's just get this deep sea thing going. Claim as core, so how do I say this? Deponia. And we'll get resources, which will really help us, and then more score, so I want that. But at least the top 3 will all get Deponia as a core. The race for the ocean's hidden resources is on. Now, as far as I know with the law of the sea, everything that's in international waters, if you start deep sea mining there, I think, how does it work? Yes, you can claim it, but there also has to be a consideration for sharing the wealth with all other countries. I'm not too clued up on that, but there is this thing that it has to have an international entity that does the mining or something like that. But anyway, here we know all bets are off. So, what else is happening? The Russians have their share now of the Arctic, the Americans. the Canadians. Ecuador has joined Mexico, so Mexico is looking elsewhere now for friends. So let's see, there is the Sun, of course, and Mercury, so this is Lagrangian point 3, which is of course on the opposite side as we saw, so this is the Japanese one. Venus, let's just see, is this... Then we go straight to what's happening now. Riot in Kazakhstan again? No, I've had it with you, sorry. The Chinese are here by Jupiter, but of course the Lagrangian points don't work like that, not the ones that relate to the Earth. Of course the other planets will have their own Lagrangian points. Let's see, so no, I'm not definitely, we're falling out of that one. Stock exchange in Iran was closed due to spies. Good luck with not being the Americans. Financial capital is done. So what is the... oh yes, we can now look at advanced financial services, since we're a service economy anyway. Introduce the most advanced financial solutions to your stock market. Our GDP will grow. It costs us a lot. But I think we should do this. Additional slots and more income. We have to do this. I know this is going to maybe make it difficult to compete with the deep sea funds now, but we really should try. Well, Iran, I never thought your stock exchange was going to go very far. Serbia has decided to form East Yugoslavia. Macedonia and Montenegro, that's interesting. So really we're back to Yugoslavia. It's just now split down the middle. And Kosovo is not included. Interesting. Of course, Serbia still claims Kosovo, so there might be a war coming in the future. Let's see, we can just add another country to our stock exchange because, of course, we had the financial services now. So who shall it be? And there goes my clock again telling me I should stop rambling. But let's just add somebody before I end. Mexico, maybe. Well, I don't see that, again, they will stay in our stock exchange, but for now, I think it's worth trying. South Korea could also be a good option. Maybe we should rather go for South Korea. Alright, let's take South Korea. And, of course, invest in that relationship. So, yes, Nigeria is contributing the least now, but we are back to number 1. Japan is, again, not quite able to surpass our stock exchange. And then the US in 3rd place. What an interesting shift in the world in the next few decades. Well, if it's only like that. What does the wise man in the South say? Just chillin' like a penguin. That's always a good philosophy. So I'll just leave this off here. Thank you for watching, and do leave me some comments if you like. This is a very exciting phase in our history. We're expanding into space. We're now looking to expand into the deep sea. So South Africa is becoming definitely now first rank global power. We just have to get onto that top 5 ranking. We've slipped back another position now, unfortunately. Oh well, we'll work on that. So see you next time, and thank you for watching.